covers the ground. He stops near the gazebo. His hair stands on end. The lamppost he stands under snuffs out, bathing him in inky darkness. Raphael is relieved when he finds Maria sleeping peacefully on the couch. He covers his mom with a blanket and makes his way to the back door. He hangs his coat on a rack and grabs a pair of leather coveralls. Raphael's shed is dimly lit. A large forge takes up most of the space. A light snow drifts in the open door. He wears the leather coveralls over his jeans and t-shirt. Steam rolls off his arms as he works the forge. Pulls out a red, hot piece of iron and picks up a large hammer. He grits his teeth. Sweat beads at his brow. Wind and snow swirl all around Barella's log cabin, blanketing the landscape in white. He's passed out in a rocking chair. An old radio on the side table next to him flashes to life, but Barella doesn't stir. The wind blows through his unkempt salt and pepper hair. 2 days' worth of stubble covers his face. The air grows dense.
Michael!
Barella jolts up, frightened by Carlos's voice. He rubs his face and looks around, confused and cold. He glances at the half-drank bottle of whiskey. The button is stuck and won't move.
Next Tuesday night in the plaza to commemorate the 20th anniversary of Enrico.
Satisfied with the unplugged radio, he turns to make his way inside. Something shimmers in the snow and catches his eye. Down the steps and across the lawn, Barella picks up the metallic object. It's Carlos's badge. He flips it over in his hand, shaking his head in disappointment. Suddenly, eyes. Black, reflective eyes. Barella stares intently at the tree line.
What the fuck is that?
The eyes emerge from the woods and move fast toward him. They never blink. The oily spheres are attached to the barbed wire crowned Eloy Ramirez. He wears a freakish grin as he bounds across the clearing like a wolf hunting its prey. Barella steps back, pulls his pistol and points.
Stop! Stop!
3 bullets rip into Eloy's torso. He stutter steps at the impact but keeps a steady sprint. Barella's eyes widen as he realizes he's too late. Eloy leaps at Barella, arms outstretched. Barella and Eloy explode away from each other. Barella smashes into the snow by the porch. His pistol flies into the darkness. The wind is knocked out of him. He scrambles up and runs for the porch stairs. Eloy is already halfway across the yard. Blood pours from his fresh wounds. Barella makes it to the screen door just as Eloy screeches to a halt inches away. His eyes are wide in anger, his pupils unnaturally dilated. Blood drips into them. He steps back, hunched over. A small puddle of blood forms under him, leaving bloody footprints.
You're lucky you're friends, puto.
Barella trembles. Eloy's empty eyes peer into his soul. Eloy's mouth curls into a twisted smile.
I know you, Michael. You can't hide from me.
Barella's eyes widen. He goes ashen. His hand grips the badge so hard it bleeds. Something burns in Barella's breast pocket. He clutches at it. Eloy falls back and grips his head, which bends upwards, his mouth agape. He stops and slowly looks at Barella. His eyes are back to their normal blue hue. Eloy's true soul breaks through.
Detective.
One eye's pupil dilates so wide it almost consumes the whites.
Detective. Please.
The other eye cries.
Please help.
Eloy opens his mouth to scream, but his hands shoot up as if to stop it. He wrestles with himself, then grips his jaw in both hands. He gives a violent jerk. His jaw rips down, dangling from one side. Eloy's tongue thrashes around. Barella stumbles back, reaches for the inside door. Eloy turns and leaps into the darkness. Barella grabs for the door and clutches at his burning jacket pocket. He reaches a shaky hand into his breast pocket. He pulls out the same protection pendant he rejected in Hermit's Nook.
Dad, what's going on?
Raphael wipes his brow and admires his work. He grabs a large sheet and drapes it over. Up on the roof, Raphael steps back, careful to watch his balance. His hair is plastered to his face. His breath hangs in the air. A 3-foot by 3-foot replica of the protection pendant is now fastened to the steeple. He reaches up and grabs his pendant. Raphael fixes his hair as he steps into the spick and span. He's surprised when he spots Barella at the table. Danny sits next to him. Headphones on, she plays a game on her phone. Barella wears the same clothes as the night before. His hair disheveled, eyes tired and desperate. Raphael notices the pendant that hangs from Danny's neck. He sits across from Barella, who locks eyes with him.
She's my wife.
Thank you for listening to the Unnatural audio drama. If you like what you hear and would like to support us so we can continue to bring you more great stories, then please consider donating to our website, hermitsnookproductions.com. You can also follow us on socials at Hermit's Nook. Don't forget to follow and review us wherever you listen to podcasts and spread the word. This episode of The Unnatural featured Eric Roberson as the narrator, Bettis Richardson as Barella, Jordan Roberson as Raphael, Diana Martinez as Aurora, Sienna Asif as Danny, Rob Lee as Eloy, and Tina Sanchez as Rosa, with special guests Santa Triest, John Triest, Javier Mendez, and Jessica Beza. The Unnatural was created, written, and directed by Eric and Jordan Roberson. It was edited, mixed, and orchestrated by Curtis Paris. This episode was produced by Kayla Seidler. Special thanks to Gabby Tafoya for providing additional music.